Katie.
I'm Sarah.
And we're doing Bickering Book Reviews. Today we're going to talk about The Edge of Everything by Jeff, I'm going to say Giles. It's either Giles or Gills or Giles. Or
Could be Giles, like Giles Corey.
I don't know. So this book takes place in Montana, and it starts during a blizzard, and it's about a girl named Zoe who is left alone with her brother Jonah, who is a hyperactive 7-year-old. And he goes out into the blizzard, and Zoe follows him, and they end up in a dangerous situation with a crazy man who might severely hurt both of them. And they are saved by a mystical being from the underworld named X, who's a bounty hunter who takes the bad man's life, and he and Zoe, X and Zoe, create a romantic relationship, and they want to be together, but he has to go to the underworld, and she has some other issues going on. And there's a lot of stuff that's really interesting about cave diving, and Zoe's father's recently died, and there's a whole mystery around that. And that's basically the gist of what this book's about.
So, I don't really remember this book, and I think part of the problem is because for some reason I just got it into my head that this was going to be a realistic, gritty fiction book. It is not. It is fantasy.
It's very fantasy.
And it was very hard for me to just move past the fact that it is not a realistic fiction book. I don't know why. You should never judge a book by its cover. This is what happens when you do that. And for some reason, I keep remembering it as a Twilight read-alike.
And I don't think it's Twilighty at all.
I keep envisioning them being in Washington. They're in Montana. I keep envisioning this, like, I want to be with you, but I can't, but I want to. Kind of
That's
very...
a little, but it wasn't over the top Edward and Bella-ness.
I mean, but it rung true to that.
See, and I felt like it had this really interesting, like, third-person narration that I just totally thought was incredible and totally sucked me in from page one.
I wasn't sucked in, but it didn't... I don't know what I felt about this book. Because it took me forever to read it, but, like, it wasn't, like, it felt like it took forever, but I wasn't sucked in.
And I thought that he did, like, a really good job of, like, describing where... everything with, like, where they were based and, like, in Montana. And then when they go into is it the underworld, whatever they call it, where X goes with all the bounty hunters, I thought that just, like, the actual way that he drew the pictures and he told the story, I just really appreciated it. I really enjoyed it.
I don't know. I don't even know. Like, I just don't know.
And I liked the interaction between Zoe and her brother. I thought there was something very sweet and realistic about that.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I really did read this book, and I remember what you're talking about. I mean, she certainly is very helpful with him, and she acts like a second mother, and, you know, the mother has always really kind of taken on family responsibilities like a single mother, but I feel like I've read all of these pages, and, like, nothing, like, and I still don't know what happens. I don't think it's, like, a bone gap issue. I think it's just... it wasn't over the top in any way, shape, or form. So it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good.
See, and I thought there's the whole bunch about the cave exploring. I thought that was really well done, and I thought that was interesting, and I haven't seen that in a lot of YA books, and I read a lot of books.
See, but they didn't really spend, like, she talks about it a lot, but they didn't really spend a lot of time, like, actually spelunking.
Well, because that kind of resolves itself.
I mean, yeah, but, like, it isn't really a book about cave diving.
No,
I mean,
she
talks about cave diving, but, like, she doesn't actually do it. So it's not like, it does kind of show up. But, like, I don't know. It's not like a football book where they're playing football all the time.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. Because it wasn't terrible, and I probably would recommend it. I don't know. I think my preconceived notions ruined my interaction with this book.
Well, whose fault is that?
That's my preconceived notions.
Should we just rate it?
We can rate it, but I don't even know what I'm going to rate it.
So, our rating scale starts at the top with 5 unicorns and works down to 2 unicorns unless we really don't like the book. And then it is 1 unicorn, not 1 horse, because unicorns are cooler than horses. And I'm going to give Edge of Everything 4 unicorns. I really liked it. I liked the narration. I liked Zoe. I liked her interaction with X. I liked X's world. I just loved the imagery of it all.
I'm going to give it... Can I give it a mystery unicorn? I'm going to give it 3 unicorns. And I don't know why. So yeah, 3 unicorns. So there you go.
That's where we are with Edge of Everything.
All right. Adios.
Bye.